For letter B practice, we have this tray with all sorts of things in here. So the first is this like etch and sketch from the Dollar Tree that Bella kept walking by time and time again, and I finally picked it up for her, and I'm so glad that I did because this got her to write her letters. And we paired it with our ASL flashcards from Bitty Beginnings. And so I would flip to a letter that we have already learned in the past 8 weeks, and she would write them out for me, and she did so good. And she even wrote out some letters that we haven't done any pre-writing practice on. So this was great. Build a letter puzzle pieces here from Learning Resources, and here she was just to build a uppercase and lowercase b. Our Bitty Beginning worksheets this week, we only printed 2, and we used these B is for Batman stickers, and here again she is just to find 6 uppercase B's and 7 lowercase b's, and then the do a dot, and again just sticking B is for Batman. This worksheet here was labeling a bat, and we paired that with this book. I checked this out from the library, and this was just a great book in learning facts about bats, the different body parts of a bat, their habitats, what they eat, and the illustrations in this book are really great. In this worksheet, I'll have it listed down below, and it was just cutting out these different parts of a bat, tracing them, which she did, and labeling. These she has not gotten to, and these are just worksheets from workbooks from the Dollar Tree. This week I want her to practice a little bit on number 10 and number 9, and then a letter B practice worksheet. For preschool literature this week, we read Stella Luna, and this is such a sweet book. I've fallen in love with it all over again. I remember it from a few years back with my older 2. But this book is about a sweet little fruit bat that gets ripped apart from her mother, and she ends up falling into a bird's nest and having to live with birds and learning how to behave like a bird. And later on, she goes to be reunited with her mother and fellow bats. And so I found this printable, and it'll be listed below, on high plots of the book, of the story. And so what it is, it's an activity to sequence these high plots. We used this on our brag board where we were able to clothespin them. Stella is not a reader yet. She was not able to do this independently, so I did read them out loud to her, and she was to pin them with the corresponding flashcard, so 1 through 6 in the sequence of the events that happen in the book. Because I also wanted her to be able to sequence this independently, I came up with the idea of photocopying illustrations from the book, and these are illustrations that match these sequence in this printout as well. So again, 6 events from the book, and she's just to list them in order that they took place in the book, and she was able to sequence them independently with the illustrations. I even walked in on her working on it on her own in our room, so that worked out great for her. I found this printout through the YouTube channel The Purple Alphabet, and she's an awesome mom that puts out videos on learning through play. This is not her printout, but I found the link to these through that video, so go check her out, and I'll also have the direct link to this printout in the description box. And so this week we worked on B is for Bones, and so here is just some basic human body bones, and this is like a spreadsheet off of, and that also came with this sheet, and we're going to be cutting these out and gluing them, labeling the different body bones here. Okay, so here we have just like a sensory type activity to go along with this lesson and in continuing to learn about these basic human bones. So the first one here is a skeleton that we found at the Dollar Tree, and this is just Halloween decor. And I used it with these printables. These printables came along with this lesson, and I just added some Velcro, and it's just labeling the different parts of the skeleton. So nothing difficult here. And then to go with that, I took inspiration off of this little poster guide that we also used for intro into human anatomy, and I just used the flip side. Just made these felt cutouts that go with this lesson again. And here it's just again labeling or matching, so you can match it based on the word here, or again using this cheat sheet. So it's just building a girl or a guy with all these different bones. So this is another one that I found through the purple alphabet, but I will have the direct link to this one as well. This is a floor puzzle of a skeleton. And this was lots of fun. We spread this out on the floor, and Bella and Noah were able to put this puzzle together, and I just laminated the pieces of paper there so that this can last us a while. And with that, I took inspiration off of these little guys that I found at the Dollar Tree, and this is like a garland, or was a garland, and I took them off the garland. And so this was just a little math practice and counting. We laid Noah and Bella down on the ground, and we measured how many skeletons long Bella and Noah were. And I think Bella was 8 and Noah was 7 skeletons long. Last week I spoke about shadow matching and how Bella really enjoyed it, and it was great because it was challenging for her. So this is kind of that same feel. This is an x-ray, and for every x-ray there is the picture here, so it's just matching the x-ray. So that's chest or ribs. Here we have a cranium, that is the x-ray for the head. And so besides having a few different body parts here, hand, foot, knee, it's neat because there are also some awesome animal x-rays here. So here we have snake, and Bella really enjoyed the animal x-rays, turtle. And she was fascinated by this. She was walking around the house with this tray, showing her brothers and sisters and her papa. And so this is an awesome printable. And I just used regular paper for this. I didn't use any type of special paper. I have a B is for baby, and B is for boo-boos, B is for band-aids, trays, so all sorts of B's going on here. And I've seen this circling the internet. So basically it's a letter or an alphabet matching game. So these band-aids here have letters that go with the letters that are stuck here on the baby. Now I've seen where parents have written directly on the baby, but I chose not to do that. I just had some cutout letters here that I hand wrote, and I taped them on there with tape because they're Bella's babies and she's going to reuse these. So here's one that Bella has already worked on, and she did pretty good there. And she had so much fun doing this. So again, just different letters. And the letters that I have here are letters that we have learned about and worked on the past, 8 weeks or so. For math this week, we did the same activity that we did last week in stacking, but except this time we stacked these bat rings that I had. So I just switched out the spiders for bat rings. And again, the idea here is you just insert the straw and Play-Doh, take out a number flashcard, and you stack that amount of bats. This here is just a practical life tray, and Bella was in her brother's room messing with his coins that he has. Again, just go by, what the kids are showing interest in at that time. And so I borrowed the coins again, and it's just a simple of transferring the coins from there to this piggy bank. And they thought this was pretty fun. B is for basketball is how I kind of tied that into our theme. And so again, a very simple, practical life tray. This here is another simple practical life tray, and I told them that these Q-tips looked like skeleton bones, and so it was just putting the bones in this jar. And again, this is just another very simple fine gross motor practice and getting these Q-tips in this little hole. This is just a spice jar that I had in my pantry. And B is for bingo. Now this is an alphabet bingo from a company called School Starters, and I purchased this at Walmart, and I am loving this for several different reasons. This is a great phonetic practice game because your bingo chips here are letters, and so you're not finding the letter J, you are finding the picture that starts with the beginning sound of J, so J, J, J. And these are also live pictures. I'm absolutely loving that. Bella did great with these, and to my surprise, so did Noah. They really enjoyed it. So we would pull out a chip, and I would say, okay, J, 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 J. Do you have something on your card that starts with J, J, J? jar. And Bella has been showing interest in these gems. Every time we go to Dollar Tree, she jets over for the gem section, is what she calls it. So I picked up a pack for her, and the minute she saw that this tray had gems, she was all for it. It kept her interested in wanting to play more, so they placed a gem here. And the rules of the game are whoever has 4, you know, just like traditional bingo. But Bella wanted to keep going. We didn't stop until we filled up the whole card. This was great. Like I said, beginning sound practice. Absolutely loving this game. Bird's nest. After the owl hits her, does she fall into a bird's nest?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Here you go.
Mama,
I'll hold it for you.
Mama's so hungry.
Okay, we're gonna go eat in a second.
Look, I'm doing the big Noah. Okay, when Bella's done, okay, buddy? And then we can go eat, okay, buddy? Are you super
Alright,
hungry?
and then what happens after she falls into a bird's nest?
Grasshopper.
She has to eat a grasshopper, right?
Mama, not a grasshopper, not the crawling thingy.
That's a grasshopper.
Mama,
Go ahead.
Mommy. Stella Luna is eating a grasshopper.
Alright, and then what happens after she eats a grasshopper?
Mother.
She finds her mother? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's right. I'll hold it for you.
There's mine. Where's mine? Yes. My number 4.
Yep. Esme. Can you see something that starts with S?
Snail.
Good.
Me.
Nice.
I have snail.
You have snail. I don't have anything. Oh, I do. I have
Me.
soap.
So,
Yep.
yep. Baby, mommy.
Great job, baby.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Mommy.
So here I want to show you the great job that Noah did. So he was able to match a lot of letters. Here we have an M. Here I think he confused the lowercase b's and the p's, but that's okay. Here he matched that M. Here we had a C. And then again, this is a uppercase B and a lowercase b, but that's all right. Here it's an E, and this is an E, I believe. Yes, E. Noah, and you did that all by yourself.
Mommy, I'm gonna stay up.
Did you do that all by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, does the baby feel better now?
Yeah.